The draft is about 1 month away, so let's look at some dynasty stashes you should take and add to your rosters before your league mates do. At the top, we have a pair of Bills wide receivers. It's not Curtis Samuel, it's not Khalil Shakir. It's actually Justin Shorter and Mac Hollins. They are deep names, admittedly. Justin Shorter is available in 76% of leagues still. Mac Hollins is available in 88% of leagues as of today. The wide receiver 2 role in 2 wide receiver sets is wide open in Buffalo right now. They added Curtis Samuel. They have Khalil Shakir. Those 2 players combined for a total 14 snaps in 2 wide receiver sets last year. That's likely not where they end up playing in 2024. So with Gabe Davis gone, somebody has to fill that role. The consensus bet right now is they add a wide receiver in the draft. I think that's what they're going to do also. But if they don't, I would like to take a shot at basically 2 free dice rolls on a wide receiver that might be the wide receiver 2 for Josh Allen. Justin Shorter, a 2023 fifth-round rookie, didn't play a snap last year due to injury. Mac Hollins is coming over from the Atlanta Falcons, where he played alongside, arguably the worst quarterback I've ever seen in Desmond Ridder. Neither of them have a track record right now. Mac Hollins is much older. Justin Shorter was drafted by this same coaching staff. So who has the inside track? I really don't know. If I'm betting on one of the 2, it's going to be Justin Shorter. But again, it's such a low-risk bet. Why would you not take a chance? If Justin Shorter or Mac Hollins wins that role, they're going to increase in value. That may not mean they're, super fantasy relevant, but you're able to flip them in trades, flip them for future draft picks, because somebody will bite on the unknown of that role. That's always what we've seen. We've seen people hold on to Gabe Davis for, 4 years at this point, right, until he finally left Buffalo. Switching to a running back here, I want to talk about Malik Davis. And just like Justin Shorter and Mac Hollins, there's a real chance the Dallas Cowboys draft a running back, right? He gets added competition early in the NFL draft. If he survives the draft, Malik Davis is alongside Rico Dowdle and Deuce Vaughn. Both of them are owned at a significantly higher rate than Malik Davis currently is. He's available in 77% of leagues. But when you look at Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn, neither of those players scream superstar, workhorse, must-own running back that is going to lock up a backfield. This is going to be pretty wide open, I think. Malik Davis is on a futures contract, so do I think he's, again, a world beater? No, because if I did, he wouldn't be available in 77% of leagues. But this is a cheap bet at someone who's going to have a chance to earn a role in the Dallas Cowboys backfield. The RB1 and the RB2 in Dallas are routinely fantasy relevant, and they are almost always, viable fantasy starters week in and week out. I would like to take a shot, a free roll, if you will, on a player that I can just scoop up off of waivers right now. Now, moving to a player that doesn't need to get lucky in the NFL draft to have a role on week 1 of 2024, it's going to be Davis Allen, the tight end for the Los Angeles Rams. And if you're not aware, or you didn't hear because it may have flown under the radar, Tyler Higbee tore his ACL the last week of the regular season. He had surgery about a month ago at this point now. He is going to turn 32 years old here. So my bet is not on Tyler Higbee to be ready early in 2024, to be ready in the middle of 2024. I think the reasonable expectation is we see Tyler Higbee, the back third of 2024. And even then, he's probably not going to be fully healthy until the playoffs, assuming the Rams are there. So that means you're probably going to get 10-ish, 12-ish weeks of Davis Allen pushing for that tight end 1 job in LA. Again, yes, they signed Colby Parkinson. That's fine. My bet is going to be on Davis Allen. Tyler Higbee has proven time and time again, volume can get you pretty damn far when it comes to tight end play. That's what Davis Allen is going to have in front of him. All right, obviously Puka, I think we can all assume is the wide receiver 1 at this point. You have an aging Cooper Kupp. That third role is really, really up in the air. If Davis Allen can be the third option in a high-powered Rams offense, the ability to be a viable bye-week fill-in, injury fill-in, maybe even top 12 tight end, it's there, and you can scoop him up off of waivers because he's available in 59% of leagues right now. Now to a quarterback. It is going to be Jacoby Brissett, and you're probably thinking, Justin, again, this is a disgusting name. They're going to add a rookie quarterback. Yes, they should add a rookie quarterback. I think, again, that's the expectation. What I don't think the expectation is that rookie quarterback comes in and starts day one. I think you're going to get an extended period of time with Jacoby Brissett as the starter in 2024. And again, there's even the rumor out there, right? They take Marvin Harrison Jr. or they trade back and pass on all the quarterbacks. So there's a couple paths here where Jacoby Brissett is a spot starter for maybe half the year, or he is the full-time starter in 2024. When I look at that, I think, okay, well, in super flex leagues, having any quarterback that's going to start a game has value. It just intrinsically, it will matter because there's so few starting quarterbacks. The flip side of that is if you're relying on Jacoby Brissett as a starter week one, you're probably closer to tanking than you are to being competitive. But if he's your QB4, I think that's perfectly fine because he's proven when he's the starter, he has QB2 upside. Back in 2022, he started 11 games. He was a top 24 quarterback 10 times. He was a top 18 quarterback 7 times. If Jacoby Brissett is starting, he has the ability to be a fantasy relevant quarterback, fill in on bye weeks, spot start during injuries. He's a perfect QB3, QB4 in those deep superflex leagues. Moving back to wide receiver here, we have the human Dortch, Greg Dortch, with the Arizona Cardinals. And just this room looks a lot different today than it did, 2 months ago. Rondale Moore got traded. Hollywood Brown left in free agency. So you're looking at Greg Dortch fighting for the wide receiver 2 or, third pass catching option in this offense. I think everybody's going to pencil in, hopefully, Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride as the locked and loaded 1 and 2. Michael Wilson should be the wide receiver 2 in wide receiver 2 sets. But when you spread it out and you go 3 wide receiver, Greg Dortch is going to be relevant. He's going to operate out of the slot. And when you look at Greg Dortch and what he does when he plays 70% of snaps, 70% or more of snaps, let me rephrase, he averages 14.6 points per game. Greg Dortch can be fantasy relevant. He's available in 54% of leagues. So you're telling me you can go and scoop a wide receiver up off of the scrap heap, essentially, and get flex level play bye week upside. That's a good bench ad in those deep dynasty leagues. So Greg Dortch, not flashy. He might find value and is a perfect cheap ad right now if you're looking for wide receiver depth. And to close it out, we have 2 more running backs on the same team. We have Trey Sermon and we have Evan Hull. Trey Sermon re-signs in Indy. Evan Hull coming back off of IR, hopefully to be healthy for 2024. And the big piece here is Zach Moss is gone. There is actually a path to be the Colts handcuff here. I want to roster basically every handcuff that is available in Dynasty because running backs go down. Running backs hold out Jonathan Taylor, right? They get suspended. All kinds of shit happens. So just having a stable of handcuff running backs is never a bad idea. I don't think anybody has any idea if it's going to be Evan Hull or Trey Sermon. I think that is a true black box of a situation. So if I can add both, I'm very, very interested in that, right? And God forbid Jonathan Taylor get hurt, you're looking at an RB2. Like that's the type of upside. You can add both off of waivers. Evan Hull is available in 62% of leagues and Trey Sermon is available in 90% of leagues right now. All of them and everybody we've talked about today is likely available in your league and you can scoop them up off of waivers right now.